Roblox just made a huge response and apology, Roblox got on the news again, and more wild news today. So if you're new, please subscribe. We're trying to reach 400,000 subs and anything helps, so let's get into it. And literally right after uploading my video, Roblox did something crazy. I swear stuff always happens after I upload, but Roblox made a massive post today going over everything and all the drama, and kind of apologizing to the community, which is insane because we've never really seen Roblox do an apology like this or a response like this. Let me break down everything in the tweet. So Roblox tweeted out saying this massive tweet where they started off saying, "We recently made some significant updates to make it easier for people to create and sell in the marketplace, which is public UGC, as I'm sure we're all aware. There's been so much drama surrounding it. Everyone's been begging them to fixing it, and this is kind of their second response. I'll talk more about that later, but they continue saying, "We've been closely monitoring feedback from our community and appreciate your engagement. Taking all this into account, we want to touch base and share an update. Stay tuned, because we'll be hosting a creator AMA to address any additional questions you may have," which a creator AMA is at Ask Me Anything, so we're also going to host like a Q&A essentially. But they keep on going, there's way more. We're just scratching the surface. This post is massive. Next, they said, "Marketplace keeps growing. Over the past few years, the number of avatar items created has grown tremendously, with millions of users visiting daily, buying billions of items each year. 1 week after opening up creation, we've seen 2 times growth in new virtual items being created, including free limiteds growing by 4 times, along with thousands of users becoming new marketplace creators." So they're basically saying public UGC is making the marketplace blow up, 2 times items, 4 times limiteds, which I don't know why they said this. That's pretty obvious. That makes them look bad if anything, because all the items have been kind of bad, but whatever. They keep on going saying, "Protecting creators. We have systems in place to protect creation. On the marketplace as more creators join. Creators now need to be ID verified and consistently follow our community standards and policies," which kind of is a lie. The ID verified thing, obviously, but we've seen so much creators that don't follow the community standards and policies and they still make items, so kind of a lie from Roblox there. Just kind of like bull crap, I can't even lie. Then they continue saying, "Users can report inappropriate items with the reporting tools that are everywhere on the platform and within experiences," which is kind of funny that he said that. The report feature on Rolls barely works. We've seen it time and time again. It rarely works if there's like a big mass, report, which most of the time there even isn't. And even if there is a mass report, sometimes it doesn't even work. So, I mean, kind of lame that they said that. Then they said, "We've heard many raising issues around intellectual property, IP. The examples you see may not actually infringe on IP for a variety of reasons. This is a nuanced topic and we publish helpful information and guidelines we adhere to here," which once again seems kind of weird from Roblox because there definitely is some items that are not copyright, but a majority of them are copyright 100%, so it seems like they're kind of dodging responsibility there, but they keep on going as per usual. "IP owners can file a takedown request or a newly used launch rights manager," which I'm pretty sure sucks. I've seen so much devs complaining about how they can't even get their stuff taken down, but maybe the new one might be good. I think I've seen mixed feelings on it, but there's way more. "What we are doing next. We are always monitoring the ecosystem closely, including earnings and engagement. We're going to provide updates and communicate transparently," which is good, to be fair. The response has taken a while, but it is good that they're kind of talking to the community once again. And then lastly, just a few more points where they say, "We'll be holding a creator AMA and encouraging all creators to join. We will share more updates on additional tools in the upcoming weeks and provide regular updates on our future and trends we are seeing. Thank you again for your honesty, feedback, and passion." And then just say a link for the dev forum post, which is pretty alright, I guess. So basically, Rolls had a whole response and kind of an apology because he said that they're looking at all the feedback, which has been pretty bad, obviously. And it seems like they kind of posted this for damage control because everyone's been complaining for so long. However, as I mentioned throughout reading the whole thing, it's basically just nothing. I can't even lie. As they mentioned in the post, they're doing an AMA, which I hope will give us more clarity, but they essentially just said nothing, you know what I mean? They said use the tools on Roblox, which people can't use because they suck because of your poor moderation. Then they said that they're looking at all the feedback. However, they didn't really respond to the feedback because all the feedback about the increased fees and stuff like that and all the garbage items they didn't really talk about. And then they kind of dodge responsibility just saying, "Oh, the stuff that's copyrighted might not just be copyrighted, make sure." Kind of blaming us, it feels like, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. This whole response just felt kind of lame. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that Rose is communicating for once, and it's good that they made this massive response, but it's kind of just filled with nothing. It's even more disappointing because if you guys remember, recently they made another response. This is their second response. And in that first response, they said nothing once again. In that first response, they said that we know these are major changes to our ecosystem, and we're committed to iterating on these products to ensure they deliver value to our community, which once again just said nothing. And in general so far, with these 2 responses, Roblox keeps saying they're going to do stuff and listening to the community. However, we haven't seen anything yet, and they're not really saying much in these posts. You know what I mean? It's just kind of to deflect the hate, it seems like. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but let me know what you guys think. In my opinion, I feel like they didn't really say anything. I'm hoping that AMA opens up, actual responses and stuff they're gonna add, but we have to wait and see. But anyways, with that being said, let's get our next wave. Role's getting on their news once again, and this one's pretty crazy. So as you can see here, they're tweeting out saying that a Role's game named Support TV Land appeared on a news channel named TV Global in the program report on Global Esports. The report revealed a new game which would be in honor of the Brazilian Formula 1 driver. So yeah, as we can see here, they're actually talking about good stuff on Roblox. If you guys remember, typically when Role's gets on the news, it's usually people just talking about how bad the platform is and how dangerous it is. Like, that's literally been most of the time Role's have been on the news. But for once, people are actually talking good about Role's here, it seems like. And they're just talking about like a cool new Role's game. And also, with that being said, for more context to understand how big this is, someone followed up saying that Global is simply the biggest TV channel in Brazil, and Global Esports is the biggest and most traditional sports channel in the country. So yeah, it's actually like a massive channel covering this in this new Role's game, which is pretty interesting and pretty crazy. Like I mentioned, usually when Role's gets on the news it's for something bad, but for once it just seems like they're actually excited for Roblox and announcing like a new game, which is kind of cool. I feel like we never really see good news about Role's on the actual news, so it's kind of a good shift. And anyways, with that being said, our next story of Role's drama getting worse and just kind of a funny situation happening here. So I'm sure you guys all remember, for the past few days, ever since Bloxburg's new update, they've been kind of getting canceled in the community, and people have done so much stuff to try to revert the update. People have made petitions that got 1,000 signatures to get them to revert the update. People have been spamming them saying revert the update, and now, as we can see here, people are making signs on Roblox to protest against them and are protesting in the game, I think, which is actually insane. And this drama has gone so much further than just regular drama, because players are genuinely angry and are genuinely begging Bloxburg to change all the updates. Which, if you guys aren't aware of what happened, they basically just made Bloxburg more like real life. They made jobs pay less, and they made fees more expensive and like hospital bills and stuff, which obviously no one wants. No one wants it to feel more like real life, because that's obviously really annoying, People are saying it's kind of crazy how Bloxburg is imitating real life, getting rid of like pay and stuff. It's kind of crazy. And as you can see here, to go against them, people are making signs and protesting everywhere. And Bloxburg didn't really say anything. If you guys remember, they made like a whole response, but it didn't really say much. As we can see here, all the responses to their response was just, this does exactly nothing. They didn't really change anything. And still, after a few days now, Bloxburg hasn't really done much. So I'm kind of curious what's the future for Bloxburg here, because a lot of players are very angry and kind of boycotting the game and canceling the game because they kind of ruined it for a lot of players. So very curious to see what Bloxburg does in the future, because every day that passes the drama only gets worse. But anyways, with that being said, our next story, Role's deleting a very popular item. As we can see here, the half head on Roblox recently got deleted, and Role started issuing out refunds for it, which if you guys aren't aware, the half head on Roblox is actually a very popular item. And for what it is, it's basically just like a headless clone. If you put it on and add hair and stuff like that, you just have headless for like 75 Robux, which is very cool, as that has been around for so long and is very popular. However, with that being said, Role's finally took some action and deleted it. But here's the thing, and this brings up another issue with UGC. Role's deleted the most popular half-head version for pretty obvious reasons. It was a headless thing, but this does literally nothing, because as we can see here, if I search up half-head on Roblox now, there's like 18 million other ones I can just get, which brings up another problem with public UGC. Even if Role's finally listens to players' reports and takes down an item, by the time they actually take action against something, there's already a million copies of it out there. Like the half head got deleted, but with that refund, people can literally just go ahead and buy another one. And if that gets deleted, they can just go buy another one, It's a never ending cycle, which is another massive issue with UGC. People are kind of upset that they deleted the head, but you can literally just go buy another one. There's so much out there. And lastly, with that being said, our last story, something I forgot to mention actually, but there's actually a new free item on Roblox right now, and they actually went all out with this one. There's particle effects and everything like that. It's pretty cool, and I feel like Roblox hasn't done a free item in a while, so make sure to get this one. You only have like a week left, as we can see here. The spring flower crown, and in the description says that spring has sprung and so is my crown, a limited time offer until May 6th. So yeah, you have till May 6th to get this item, and it's completely free. Search for spring flower crown on the catalog and get it before it ends, which is very cool. Rose is kind of bringing back free items, and they're going all out with them. They're adding particle effects and custom particle effects and everything like that. It's pretty cool to see, so get this item while you can. I don't even think it looks that bad. With that being said, if you enjoyed, check out this video to find out an insane new Role's change that just happened, and I'll see you in the next one.